Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Live. To start off the weekend, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, running your coverage tonight. Michael Barksdale, Andrew Santo, Ambrose Cadillo, Jared Haynes right now, the four drivers to post a lap. Matter of fact, we got him on the board. If I can find him. Only if I can find him. Alright, well, fortunately, a few drivers not up for interviews at the moment. Just had to hold out and see. Right now, practice concluding, we'll jump straight into qualifying. All right. Right now, 10 minutes for these drivers to post one lap. Won't be probably got a few more joining up. So while we wait, ow. Let's see. You can't get a man who was head over heels last night for PGR. Andrew Santo, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Hey,
Well,
yes, I do.
well, after a very emotional run last night, you jump into MMS tonight. Same intensity that we see from PGR in a lot of the same ways. Do you approach tonight a little bit different than what you would have last night, or is the goal still the same? Just try to make it to the end and be there at the end.
The goal's a little bit different because, well, we're not put up into teams, so it's basically like everyone down for themselves. If you already have like a strong relationship with somebody that you're gonna be with them, you're gonna work together with them. I got nobody. I'm in a party with John Ward, so
That's all you
maybe
need.
that might go around. But I mean, with everyone here, I'm friends with, I'm chill with. I have high respects for everyone here, so. All I'm looking is for a good time, and hey, maybe I might get lucky.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you, Nate. We'll let you get suited in for qualifying. Best of luck to you. Hope to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. Same here.
Well, right now, one driver already coming around. Scott Warren in the 76 machine. For craps and goose. Go ahead and reload the paint so if it goes black for a minute. No harm, no foul, but Warren on the clock now. I did that. Right now, Warren, first time through 25.6 in the first half of the racetrack. 6.5 minutes remaining for drivers to put their name on the board. Scott Warren to set this bar for tonight, 51.224 for the 76. He'll hold the pole for the moment. As quick as it comes. Oh, never mind. Larry McDonald going to fill the void. McDonald won them a rough night last night in PGR. Looking to try to rebound. Larry McDonald's lap starts now. Right now, Richard Elliott, the HGR winner from last night, rolling that onto the track. Going to try to go 2 nights in a row with the win. Michael Barksdale as well. Rolling that onto the racetrack. And right now, Larry McDonald en route to set a faster lap time than what Scott Warren did. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Flat in the line, Larry McDonald. Is it enough? Survey says for the pole position, it is. 51.219, gave up a little bit of time coming through the tri-oval, but nonetheless enough to get the job done. Richard Elliott on track. Well, now Richard Elliott on track for the top spot. Right now, him and Michael Barksdale be next to the post-air lap time. Elliott choosing not to cut the apron. Going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Richard Elliott at the line. The 51.210, top of the board for Elliott. We're going to catch a Barksdale right at the end of his. Michael Barksdale, top of the board, 208. The drivers right now just throwing bangers at each other. And to see what the gap is. 1/1000th of a second. Go Jared Hayes next up. Try and knock Michael Barksdale off of the front row. Another trend that we saw last night for HGR and PGR. The two pole sitters would end up winning both their respective races. Richard Elliott for HGR and Jeff Merck for PGR. Well, I like them numbers on Michael Barksdale right now. Unless I get knocked off the pole. Right now, Jared Haynes to complete his lap Hunter Hastings about to start his with a minute and a half remaining. At the line, Jared Haynes. Survey says, is it enough for the front row? At the line. 224, not enough. Matter of fact, dead tie for fourth. Well, Asher Little rolling out onto the racetrack, but a minute remaining. I do not see the 15 having a chance to post his lap. Well, that being said, Hunter Hastings will be a last one to challenge for the pole. The rest of the field will be determined by iRace's discretion. Hastings down to the bottom. At the line, survey says, where does he starting all this? 229, sixth quickest. That being said, qualifying will conclude. Michael Barksdale on the pole, Richard Elliott, Larry McDonald, Jared Haynes, Scott Ward, and Hunter Hastings will be the top six who came in on times. Right now, while we wait. Well, this will be pretty much just for everybody to get ready. Gotta do anything last minute. They will, and since we have that moment, we'll take a quick step away just for a brief moment. The MMS about ready to start. Give or take just under 4 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Right now, Michael Barksdale, Ambrose Knievel, first and second on the board. Right now, Right now, it looks like Barksdale and Ambrose Knievel will be the only one to post a lap time for this warm-up session. "45 seconds left, so we can't get another word with a couple drivers." Come on, buddy, John Ward. John Ward, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Well, in a strange, ironic way, I somehow got us both at the broadcaster booth at the same time. But nonetheless, Tammy through the night, trying to get a little bit of redemption from last night after leading a handful of laps in a 92 machine. How can you rebound tonight, and can we expect a different type of race than what we saw last night with PGR?
It's probably gonna be about the same. It's gonna be aggressive. You know, these cars get run. You're gonna have a top line. You're gonna have a bottom line, and the pit stop probably gonna be a big factor in this race. Make sure to clean pit stops and stay in the lead draft.
But buddy, for John Ward tonight, of course, seen you go to victory lane so many times, but really, each time I ask you this, still I guess a little bit sweeter. What would it mean to go back to victory lane tonight?
Oh man, it would mean everything. Get back in victory lane. I'm due for one, and when you get that win, you know you get some confidence, and it builds everything up for your team and everything. So yeah, win would be a tremendous for me.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. Hopefully, if I can talk to you at the end, that means we're in a good spot.
Hell yeah. All right, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
For John Ward to get that win tonight, he's got to go through a pretty decent sized field. That field being, and of course I got to clear up a couple of things. Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott on the front row, first and second. Larry McDonald, Jared Hayes, 34. Scott Ward, Hunter Hastings rounds out the 6 drivers who posted a lap time. From there, it's up to iRace's discretion. Daniel Fulkingham, Ethan Eckert, Dylan Jones, Daniel Earhart looking for redemption tonight. John Ward and Andrew Santo rounds out the top 12. On down through the rest of the field, which ain't many. Asher Little, Cameron Craighead, Ken McCullough, Danny Barnes, Ambrose Knievel, and Mark Vondale rounds out the field. Ran out of field, calmly works their way down the back straightaway. Won't be calm in about another 60 seconds or so. Ambrose Knievel and Andrew Santo will be starting from the pits. All right. To start the weekend, no better way. MMS on Friday night Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott brings us down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling 50 laps. Drone camera takes you down the back straightaway right now. Elliott out to about a 3/4 car length ahead. Here comes Barstow back to the bottom. Him and Larry McDonald hooked up on the bottom lane. Right now Haynes trying to suck up to the bumper of Richard Elliott as the field worst off the turn 400. Hastings going to take it 3 wide. Earnhardt not going to race no time neither. Ward thought about going. Thinks better of it. 4 wide through the tri-oval. And at the line, give it to Barksdale barely. Right now the field works the way down the back straightaway. 49 to go. Daniel Earnhardt trying to take the lead down the back straightaway. Elliott, Hayes, and Eckert to cover that outside lane. But Elliott really wanted to. He could have cleared down to the bottom. Too late now. Hunter Hastings already to the inside. Field works the way down the front straightaway for a second time tonight. Danny Barnes not starting the race tonight. Daniel Earnhardt going to try to make an aggressive move. 3 wide, ain't going to work. Big time shot off the wall for the 90. Yeah, I'm thinking Trevor driving with a little bit of emotion tonight. After last night's, what will go down as controversial finish to the PGR Intimidator Series race right now. Right now, that doesn't matter no more. New day. New night trying to win. Earnhardt knows that. He wants to do it desperately. We'll see what the 90 can get, but right now, bouncing the car off the wall ain't gonna help much. They realize that. I think the field realizes that as they have practically sorted out back to 2 wide. As I say that, Ethan Eckert right down to the middle. Get tight, boys. Cameron Craig pushing Hastings on the outside lane. Daniel Buckingham up the middle. Run on over Daniel. Right now, for the third now, Daniel Buckingham right now hovering around inside that top 10 spot, really. Some drivers making moves early already, some aren't. That's just the name of the game. Talk about drivers who have been making moves will run on board with him. Cameron Craig here right now in that 48 machine, started 14th, up 5 already. Ethan Eckert to the lead, hit up 7. Hayes going to go right to the middle. Right now, Ethan Eckert leads at Talladega for the moment. Here goes Barstow back to the bottom. Eckert, no contest, will lead that lap. Right now, field practically already going to their distinct lanes. Some drivers want to ride the bottom, some going to ride the top. At some point, field 7 will be in John Ward stuck in the middle. That 92 machine. Wandell's going to let him up. People slicing and dicing for the moment. You see Warren up the middle now in that 76 machine. Right now, Eckert still on to that lead. John Ward, Daniel Earhart trying to make something happen on in the middle lane. And so far, it's working. They'll take the 76 with them. Quickly as they did, they went in and dropped down to the bottom. Ethan Eckert thought about getting down to run too big. John Ward down the back straightaway wants to lead at Talladega tonight. Gonna had to chase. They go all the way up the hill with it, but they finally got clear of Eckert. Eckert said, no, sir, right back down to the bottom. Hastings with him. And Craighead, good God. Excuse me. Right now, Ethan Eckert maintaining the lead. Well, he's doing a great job working lane control. Almost gets turned by Hastings. Massive sideways for the 12. Right now, Ward's going to battle back with Earhart. Man, Ethan Eckert can't push for everything at work. Hunter Hastings. Right on board now with Ethan Eckert. Really see he's getting pushed all over the place right now. Push there. John Ward got took 3 wide. Hastings and Craighead in the middle. Richard Elliott's going to go with them for the moment. Well, I will not be surprised if Elliott jumps up one of them. He did. Haynes will try to make something in the middle. He's going to bail out as well. 3 wide action working momentarily, but not for a long period of time as Earhart and Warren goes up to the top side now. Well, now this is going to race where a lot of drivers, they can make several moves before picking where they want to be at. I mean, we've seen it all night. Ward down to the bottom again. Now Eckert brought back to the back of the field. I think Eckert now realizes maybe now's the time to start saving fuel. You see the lap car of Ambrose Knievel about to go a lap down. Ambrose started from the dips. So right now, hoping for a caution is John Ward, Michael Barksdale, Dan Falcon, and Ethan or Hunter Hastings, the top 5. Well, Earhart and Craig get 7 for the top 5. now. 13 laps in. I think everybody's trying to figure out where they want to be at. Some drivers below the apron. Michael Barksdale, one of them. Field scatters yet again. 37 to go and they get back to the line. Right now, 38. Cameron Craighead off the wall just a tiny bit. Note to slow them down that 48 machine. Ethan Eckert right back up to the front. Last lap, Ethan Eckert, fastest lap of the race, 47.449. Railroad's Knievel went one lap down there. Andrew Santo will join Knievel one lap down. Both drivers need a caution, wanting a caution. But right now, you start to see the field starting to single file out for the moment. Well, normally a telltale sign when the field starts getting single file out. Some drivers, most of them are trying to save the fuel. Matter of fact, we'll look back at the fly here and see what we got. 55% tonight. So my guess is somewhere 20 to 23 laps. Just a guess. Well, like I said, bottom lane. Right now, the only two drivers are we're the outside lane. Hunter Hastings, Cameron Craighead, neither one making much ground as it is. Everybody else kind of pouring down to the bottom. Kevin McCullough and Scott Ward now going to try to aid assistance to the outside lane. Hasty now to the outside, wanting to go with Eckert. John Ward says, I'll take some of this. The only issue is now Ward kind of hung out to dry. McCullough going to give him a bump. Was. Scott Warren now looks to the outside. Go back along McCullough, and Hunter Hastings leads. Hastings already led 3 laps so far tonight. Most drivers to lead. Ethan Eckert at 8. Telltale sign field singled out for the most part. Here they come. Well, that's at the field right there coming in. Well, we know 20's the limit of that or the short pit, 1 and 2. The drivers stay out. Daniel Falkenham, Dylan Jones, Jared Hayes, Larry McDonald. Kevin McCullough, black flag. Second time this week, Kevin McCullough will be pit on pit road. The first one, Little Dog, Big Dog on Wednesday, and now tonight. He also had an issue last night too, didn't he? Don't think so. Michael Barksdale, black flag. As Barksdale's exiting the pit, so that Barksdale's not gotten in. As here comes Daniel Jones, Haynes, and McDonald. Well, Daniel Haynes, then rolling out. Question is, can he hurry up and get blended back up in line and try to start the momentum there? See Kenny McCullough coming out. He's going to try not to go a lap down. As here comes the field. Here comes Ethan Eckert to the outside. Go out Hasty Win along with Craighead. Ethan Eckert back out front. They're going to put Kevin McCullough a lap down. Larry McDonald still in the pits. $29 laps to go. Well, no, 20. So we know 20 to 21, 22 max is the limit. Yeah, that or they short pitted 1 to 2. So 29 laps to go. We're going to assume that they did not short pit. And I don't have to pit one more time anywhere between 10 to 8 laps to go, I'm assuming. But right now, as it stands, Phil going to single file out yet again. Well, about to be half down, half to go. Alright, nice. Ambrose Knievel. Way up to the outside. Knievel now 2 down. Well, we're going to go through the field tonight. 8th Edgar, Hunter Hastings, Cameron Craig, and Daniel Buckingham. Jared Haynes, the top 5. Dylan Jones, Daniel Earnhardt, Richard Elliott. Right now, they're the top 8, and they are the 8 drivers. Right now, in this lead pack, 9 if you count Kevin McCullough, who was 1 lap down. On further back, however, Scott Warren, Ash Little, Andrew Santos, and Mark Mondell. That is 9th, 10th, 11th. And for Andrew, 14th, 1 lap down. The last driver on the lead lap, who evidently did not have a great pit stop. John Ward right now tucked up to the back bumper of Larry McDonald. 23 seconds and counting off the pace. Of course, Kevin McCullough just mentioned him right now in this lead pack. The first car 1 lap down. Andrew Santo. The next one a lap down this little 4-car pack. Michael Barksdale all by himself. And 15th in jeopardy of going 2 laps down in his own right. Ambrose Knievel 16th and Larry McDonald 17th. Both of them 2 laps down. .23 to go, far from over. Well, of course, there's that second pit stop looming. Matter of fact, we pull up the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy report. Right now, so you see the difference right there. Everybody went to first stint 19 to 20 laps. Some went 18. Sure, most of them were just because they weren't able to stay in the draft. You see down there, Santo and Knievel. We're able to stay in the draft, have burn more fuel going wide open. The majority of the field, 19 to 20. Right there, everybody 8 to 9. So yes, we should be seeing a second green flag pit stop. Ambrose Knievel immediately to the pits. Something happened to Knievel. That or he just got out the car, but nonetheless. The night appears to be done for Ambrose Knievel. Nobody really gonna try to make, well, in case you're wondering why we're only here 3 wide, or single filed out, not 3 wide. They are mainly waiting for that last pit stop. That's it. Waiting for the last pit stop. Don't get racy yet. Try to save the fuel. Don't even make no big moves. Gives all these other guys a chance to get back in it. Right now, 19 to go. $17 to go. 17 to go, and of course, the top 8 involved in this. But the issue is for that 4-car pack that's in the back, they're just not going to make up the time that they need to have a chance. Make a run for it. The only hope they have right now is a caution comes out. Same with John Ward back here in the back running in 12th. All right, 17 laps into this run. They're able to go 19 to 20. So green flag pit stops ought to be in the future, the very near future. 14 to go. 10 to go, 19 laps in. So now, hope to see somebody. Well, this will be the most critical pit stop if they have to make one. It's going to be so critical. It's going to determine how this race plays out. They're going to stay out. Nope, Daniel's in. And others. Ethan Eckert. A lot of drivers locking up the tires. Oh, Mark Mondale sliding in with style. But a black flag for his troubles. Well, Hunter Hastings, Cameron Crick, and Richard Elliott all stay out. For Mark Mondale, the race will be done. And the black flag will end the night for the 59. Here comes the rest of the field in. Hastings, Craighead, Elliott, Kevin McCullough all in this time. So far, so good. All right. 10 to go. Fuel no longer an issue. The race is on. Right now, Daniel Buckingham right now running in second. Daniel Earhart, Dylan Jones, and Hunter Hastings running down Ethan Eckert, who has led 26 laps so far tonight. Right now, there you see it, 25, about to be 26. But we've seen in the past, laps led does not matter. A lot of times the driver leads the most laps will not win the race. Eight to go. We'll stay single file to the very last lap. Can't say I blame him. We're going to put Ward and McDonald a lap down for John Ward, being first car 1 lap down. For McDonald, he'll go 3. Look at the gap. Look at the gap that Daniel has. I think Daniel right now is just trying to set him up. Trying to test him. Trying to know when to make the move. Gets right up to the back bumper again. Earnhardt pushing the 39. Well, Eckert's going to know this. Going to come at some point. It might be 5 laps from now. When they get to the line. Five to go. Right now, these are the driver for Daniel, for Earnhardt. There's the move. And Earnhardt quickly took it back. Nobody went winning me, said, maybe I'll wait. Four to go. Gonna be a hell of a finish. Win, lose, or draw, gonna be a hell of a finish. Eckert knows I got a feeling he knows that it's coming soon. He's trying to take away. He's straddling the 3rd lane and the 4th lane at the moment. But he knows it's going to be coming. The question is, when will Daniel pull the trigger? Look at Earnhardt. The big gap. Daniel's going to push him out. Going to start right back up to the 90. Eckert knows on the last lap that he will be a sitting duck. That's why I've heard a lot of drivers pretty much describe it as on the last lap, the leader is the most vulnerable. Two to go. Well, no, right now you're going to see. Somebody's going to make the move. It's either going to be this time or the next time. It's going to have to be the next time. You make the move 2 to go, going to be way too early. Well, there goes Haynes. To the bottom. Ward goes with him. Hastings as well. Folks, the race is on. Eggert's going to see it coming. Going to get down to the bottom. No, he's not. Hastings looks to the inside. A runoff. Nathan Eggert got to run off of turn 4. He's going to be able to hold it through trouble. White flag. And Daniel to the bottom. You knew he was going to make it. Daniel Falkenham out front is going to come right back out to the top side. Ash Little. Don't know where he wants to go in all this. Little's going to get out of Horn's way. Hastings coming to the bottom. No help though. Him and Craig had disconnected. Off of turn 4 for the final time. Haynes to the bottom. Falkenham to cover. Side by side are beating and banging. Welcome back to victory lane. Daniel Falkenham. Jared Haynes, Daniel Earnhardt, Ethan Eckert, and Dylan Jones, the top 5. Well, going in a winless drought, at least on the Raging Idiot Racing Network side of things. I told you I was going to wait till the last lap. It'll be a Chevrolet top three. Ethan Eckert, the highest running Ford in fourth. The rest is all Chevrolets. On down through the rest of the field. Hunter Hastings, 6th, Cameron Craighead, Richard Elliott, Scott Ward, and John Ward will round out the top 10. Asher Little, Kim McCullough, Andrew Santo, Mark Vondale, Michael Barksdale, Larry McDonough, Ambrose Canemo, and Danny Barnes rounds out the field tonight. Daniel's going to get everything he can. I'm surprised that motor ain't blue yet. We'll give Daniel a minute to get into the broadcast section. 0 cautions for tonight. Might want to run the race recap while we wait. Well, Daniel Falkenham will be your winner tonight in 11 lead changes. But as much as I hate to say it, another heartbreaker for Ethan Eckert. So you can't get a word with him. Daniel Falkenham, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Welcome back to Victory Lane.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but hopefully this is a stretch of going back to our winning ways here.
Hopefully so. Take me through the night. Took a lot of patience tonight. If I was in your situation, I don't want to done and went for a lead earlier than that. But take me through the night because, like I said, patience was a virtue. How long were you sitting on waiting to make that move, or did you have it in your mind that you had to get through the first 2 green flag pit stops before you had a shot at, before you could really determine when to make the move for the lead?
Yeah, at the early part of the race with such a small field, that's kind of where I just decided to just boat and buy my time, take my time there, trying to cycle through because I knew we had green flag pit stops coming up. And then I know I can get through green flag pit stops really well as long as I can get on and off pit road really well without getting any penalties. So we did that, and we were able to just ride in line, and we were able to take control on that last green flag stop with myself, Ethan, Eberhard, and Dylan Jones there, and we were all finished top 5 there. So shout out to all them boys. And right there at the end, I just want to take my time making my move because being in the lead is a detriment, especially with how strong the draft and the side draft is in this car. But I feel like I made my move at the right time because I saw the bottom lane was forming, and then right from there I wanted to have control. And I felt like if they could just make the moves behind me to where I could block the right moves, like with Jared coming to the inside of the tri-oval, I could hold them off, and thankfully we did just that. So yeah, glad to get back in victory lane. It's been a little bit, and yeah, we haven't really had too much luck these last couple of weeks. So hopefully the tides are turning back in our favor again.
Somebody, I got to ask you. I got to ask you 2 more questions. One, were you a little surprised that this went caution free? I ain't gonna say I ain't surprised, but you know, accidents, net code happen where you're a bit surprised. And then the last question, there anybody you want to thank tonight, friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just want to shout out, like I said, Ethan, Eberhard, Dylan Jones for all the help there that entire race. Just got to shout out you for putting on the broadcast. Also shout out to Kenny for putting this stuff on. Also to everyone who comes races each and every week. And yeah, thanks to everyone who watched as well. It was fun to be a part of. And honestly, like I said, with the small field that we had, like you always had the expectation that it could go green. But I feel like everyone has an expectation with no matter what the fields we have that these races can go green no matter what, because like there's so many good drivers that do this stuff. But lately, that hasn't been the case the last couple of weeks. But I always knew that we can get green flag stops if we, no matter what the field size is. And thankfully, first time in a while I've been in a race where it went green all the way. So like I said, shout out to everyone to race tonight. It was a fun race once it got spread out and made for a good finish with still like 7 of us there battling at the end. So it always feels good when you have races go green like that.
All right, buddy. For Daniel Falkenham, it will be a trip right back to victory lane. Hell of a job tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Yes, sir. With that being said, Jared Haynes up next. See if we can't get a word for him. Jared
just saw
Haynes,
your
Gary
PM.
Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, second place run tonight. Kind of a quiet night for the 7 or the 11. Not meant to make a joke there, but just take me through the night. A lot of patience tonight, the way it seemed with how the race started and how it ended going green the whole way. Is that a safe assumption to make?
Yeah, that's a very safe assumption to make, man. Tonight, all that was on the schedule was staying patient, like you said, and just staying in line until those last 4 or 5 laps.
Well, I got to ask, was there a plan for the 7 to make a move? We saw you were the first one to make the move with about 2 or 3 to go. Ward went with you. Everybody else kind of followed suit. Was there any other plans to try to get up there to the front to have a shot at this, or was it pretty much luck of the draw tonight?
I dipped out early, trying to get around to Ethan, just trying to get it a little racy, and nobody went with me, so that's what dropped me down to 7th. But yeah, without Ward there, no moves would have been possible. I was working with them in Discord tonight, and he was a lap down anyway, so he was like, shit, I'll jump behind you and work with you, get you up there. So yeah, whenever we came to that, right before the white flag drop, I was like, all right, let's go. And he pushed me, man. That was just great pushing by him. And let me say this, that was great, clean racing there at the end. That was fun. That's what I come here for. A lot of our races don't turn out that way, but that was good, clean racing, and that is what makes this sport fun, man. It's awesome.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out for the night. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I want to thank John and Zaro for letting me race with them tonight. My team didn't show up tonight, so they're always open arms to having me come up in there, and I appreciate that. Appreciate John for pushing me there at the end. Thank you, Dad. I know you're out there watching. And thank my wife for letting me race, as always.
All right, buddy. For Jared Haynes tonight, a second place finish comes up just shy of getting the win tonight, but hell of a job nonetheless. Appreciate your time. Hopefully we get to talk to you one more spot up, maybe tomorrow night for midnight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, with Daniel Earhart not available for an interview, so we'll go ahead and get Hunter Hastings up in here. Whoops, wrong one. Here, everything's set up, and that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. That's more like it. Hunter Hastings, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, led 6 laps tonight. Had a car through the first 3/4 of the race that looked like had a chance to win it. Could have won it, other than Ethan Eckert leaned the majority of the race tonight. But was there a plan really for the 9 to try to rally in the front, or was it pretty much just go with whoever you could go with and see what happens?
Yeah, after that last pit stop, I was just waiting on somebody to make a move. Went with Jared and then got hung out to dry.
Well, buddy, I want to ask you first, what is really, from the strategy standpoint, now, I don't do this a lot, obviously, because I get tired of finishing last. But besides the point. What is really the strategy in the waiting so long to make a move when guys, I don't know, could position themselves after the green flag pit stop scenario with 10 or 9 laps to go? Really, why not try to position yourselves to get into second or third so it comes to that white flag lap? You can have a shot at it. Why do we see a lot of guys wait till 1 or 2 laps to go before making the move?
Well, this race, I was sitting fifth. 3 of the top 5 were working together. So I had Cameron. Me and him was working together, but if you try to do anything, they were going to stick with each other. So I was just waiting. I was texting Jared, waited on him to make his move. And so if I would have went any earlier, I would have just got hung out to dry. So you just had to wait till everybody was ready to make their move.
Well, I can understand that because I saw a lot of drivers tonight getting hung out to dry. Saw a lot of drivers last night for PGR and HGR both all getting hung out. With that being said, I know we at just 11:30 Eastern time, so I know some of us ready to hit the hay. So with that being said, I won't keep you for much longer. I got 2 more questions. Really, the key tonight, we saw a couple of drivers have issues on pit road tonight. Really, what? We went to Daytona. We saw a lot of black flags there for Little Dog, Big Dog last week. And since then, there's been kind of this trend of a few more black flags than normal on pit road. Really, is it just switching up the tracks that gets drivers messed up, or has there been an update with the cars where the braking ain't as good? What's been the issue with pit road that you feel like for the last couple of weeks with several drivers?
I haven't noticed anything different, but it's probably just people trying to get more out of it, trying to take more risk of gaining time on pit road and just overshooting it.
Well, buddy, with that being said, last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just Cameron Craighead. We ran MMS donators and this and worked pretty well together.
Well, buddy, hell of a job out of the number 9 tonight. For Hunter Hastings, it will be a 6th place finish. Hell of a job. Look forward to talking to you the next one, buddy.
Thank you. And thank you for broadcast.
Yes, sir. With that being said, final results of the night. Well, for Daniel Falkenham, it is a return to victory lane. Jared Haynes, Daniel Earhart, Ethan Eckert, Dylan Jones, the top 5. Hunter Hastings, Cameron Craighead, Richard Elliott, Scott Warren, and John Ward, the top 10. Ash Little, Kim McCullough, Andrew Santo, Mark Vondale, Michael Barksdale, Larry McDonald, Ambrose Knievel, and Danny Barnes rounds out the field tonight. With that being said, again, Inspired Racing League Thunder Series tomorrow night, and then the championship finale for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Right now, Justin Millicar holds a pretty healthy lead over Corey Wright and the remaining playoff drivers, but it's Talladega, and it'll change everything. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Congratulations to Daniel yet again. I will see everybody in the next broadcast tomorrow night. Until then, have a good night. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow night.